Hey guys, this is the Anthony's and welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. So I wanted to do a car commercial compilation video and I was like, what is a car I haven't done? I was thinking, oh, I can maybe, do like F-150, Bronco, but I was like, I want to save those for later. I will probably do an F-150 Bronco one later, but I was like, popped in my head. I'm like, Ford Thunderbird. I got to do that one. The Ford Thunderbird. It's really sad that Ford doesn't make it anymore. They haven't made it since 2005, and it was just a really awesome sports car. And I guess the Thunderbird to me was just so underrated, and it still is underrated. It used to be perfectly rated, in its prime time, but nowadays I feel you just don't really see a lot of Thunderbirds at car shows. I've seen very little Thunderbirds in my life, and I've probably only seen maybe one or two of those four Thunderbirds that made it in the 2000s from 2001 to 2005. Because if you guys didn't know, the Ford Thunderbird was made from 1955 to 1997, and they discontinued in 1997 just due to really poor sales. And they came out with the Ford Thunderbird back in 2001, and it was like modern retro styling. So it was like modernized for the time, but also retro styling, that modern retro hybrid styling that bring people nostalgia of the old Ford Thunderbirds. And they still didn't sell very well. They only sold 70,000 units from 2001 to 2005, which is way, way less than Ford wanted to sell. And so in 2005, they pulled the plug on the Ford Thunderbird. Really, what's to blame is Ford's poor marketing. They didn't do a lot of advertisements for the 2001-2005 Ford Thunderbird, aka the 11th generation of the Ford Thunderbird. But guys, enough rambling. Let's get started with these Ford Thunderbird commercials, and I hope you enjoy them.
From Ford Styling and Engineering Center in Dearborn, Michigan, comes another Ford First, a car designed for those who appreciate the distinctive in personal transportation, the new Ford Thunderbird. The Thunderbird features an extra-wide power-adjusted seat cushioned with foam rubber, a telescopic steering column that lets you tailor the wheel position to suit your own driving preference, and chrome-framed safety glass windows, power-operated if you like. To protect you against weather, there's a smart convertible top available, and a sleek hardtop that lifts on or off with ease. When you drive this steel-bodied beauty, you'll feel an exciting surge of power, trigger torque power, for beneath the hood is the Thunderbird's special Y-block V8 engine. Like the thoroughbred it is, the Thunderbird responds to the slightest touch of your toe. See your Ford dealer tomorrow and ask about the new Ford Thunderbird.
A classic design is ageless. It remains permanently new and exciting. Now, Ford presents the newest version of an automotive classic, the Ford Thunderbird for 1956. You'll recognize the beauty of line that in only 1 year has won the heart of all America. Now let's take a look at what's new in the Thunderbird for 1956. Notice how the spare is encased and mounted outside the car. This gives the new Thunderbird a longer, smarter silhouette and gives you far more space in the luggage compartment. You can have your choice of many striking new two-tone color combinations. In addition, you have, or can get, all of Ford's Lifeguard design features. The deep center Lifeguard steering wheel, Lifeguard instrument panel and sun visor padding, Ford's nylon seat belts, and Lifeguard double grip door latches. Features that mean added protection in the event of an accident. And as for performance, it will be a revelation. Just wait till you have felt the eager surge of the new 225 horsepower Thunderbird Special Y8 engine. And thrill to the way this low-slung beauty corners on a curve. Fun? You'll have to experience it to believe it. Personal car, magic carpet, whatever the name Thunderbird means to you, it'll mean even more when you see and drive the lovelier, livelier Thunderbird for 56.
I'll tell you when you can let go. This is an experiment in stability. Let go. Notice, with my feet together, this position is quite shaky. But if I widen my stance, distributing my weight over a broader base, I have far more stability and control. This same principle applies to cars as well. In fact, it's one of the big secrets behind the superb handling of the Ford Thunderbird. Ford engineers call it wide tread design, and this year it has been adapted to the 1960 Ford. For 1960, both the rear and front wheels are a full 5 feet apart, giving the 1960 Ford a wider stance for greater than ever stability and surer than ever control. I'd like to ask our drivers to give us a demonstration of the remarkable handling and stability of both of these cars. As the cars go around this sharp turn, line them up with these crosshairs and notice how they stay parallel with the lines. First, the Thunderbird, then the Ford Galaxy. Next, a long sweeping turn. The Thunderbird stays stable and level. Next, the Ford Galaxy. And look at that, no lean, no tipping. Ford's 5-foot wide tread design, proven on the Thunderbird, is another example of the quality engineering that goes into every 1960 Ford.
Presenting Thunderbird 1962, now in a new sporting edition, the Thunderbird Sports Roadster. Its beauty is brave. Its cockpit a seat for action, with slipstream headrests sculptured for a swiftly flowing line. A fiery Thunderbird V8 engine is leashed to your fingertips, eager for flight. This is Thunderbird 1962, now in 4 new models. 4-passenger hardtop, convertible, the distinguished new Landau with leather grain vinyl top. This is Thunderbird 1962.
For the next few minutes, let's step into the private world of Thunderbird. Thunderbird, unique in all the world. Thunderbird, renowned trendsetter in styling, innovator of automotive design, performance, and comfort. Yes, Thunderbird once again attains new levels of leadership with an outstanding 65 entry, featuring fresh new evidence of its total dedication to the desires, comfort, and convenience of those who choose to Thunderbird instead of merely to drive. But it's only from this vantage point, the driver's seat, that you will truly appreciate the private world of Thunderbird. For instance, as part of the safety and convenience package option, the fasten seatbelt light turns off automatically when seatbelts are fastened. A new FM/AM radio is now available with a more flexible arrangement for selecting FM stations. Also new on this car, the car that creates its own status, is a remote-controlled vacuum deck lid release option with the control mounted in the glove compartment. A new optional power antenna that retracts flush with the fender top. Reversible keys and keyless locking. And now, for the first time, Thunderbird also offers as standard equipment the more precise command of front disc brakes, the only type of brakes used on racing cars. Disc brakes are so named because of this large air-cooled disc or rotor built into the wheel and rotating with it. When the brakes are applied, 2 giant pincers grip the disc, bringing the car to a smooth, straight stop. In truth, the unique combination of ride, power, handling, and silence in Thunderbird's new look of total performance for 65 very closely approximates the feeling of flight.
Please fasten your seatbelt, sir. We're about to take off.
Introducing the great new birds of 1970, Pan Am's new Boeing 747, and the great new 1970 Thunderbird, with its daring new grille, executive control panel, and an interior where, as far as luxury goes, the sky's the limit. Thunderbird 1970, completely redesigned for a new decade. Powered by a high-performance 429 V8 engine so smooth, you'll think you're taking off in your own private executive jet. Why drive when you can fly?
Your day has come. This is your year. Thunderbird's here. Make a little thunder of your own.
Thunderbird, 1974. In the world of luxury cars, they're talking about this one.
This is the car. Make a little thunder of your own.
Most of Thunderbird's luxuries, from air conditioning to the elegant opera windows, are standard. As an extra touch, order a moonroof. Thunderbird 74.
Your day has come. This is your year. Thunderbird's here. Make a little thunder of your own.
The 1977 Thunderbird cleared for takeoff.
For 1977, a completely new Thunderbird idea takes wing. A new Thunderbird look. A new Thunderbird price. A new Thunderbird size. This trimmer Thunderbird was born for flight with a refined suspension system and wide stance. You'll feel its quick agility and the quiet luxury of its ride. But most surprising, this luxurious Thunderbird, exactly as you see it here, comes with a down-to-earth price of $54.34. A price that includes power steering, power brakes, automatic transmission, V8 engine, vinyl roof, radio, and more. The 1977 Thunderbird. Fly one. When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
Spread your wings in the new 1980 Thunderbird. Now a new contemporary size that displays its elegant heritage wherever you look. With its new size and new 4.2-liter engine, this Thunderbird offers improved fuel economy. And there's a new option. The first automatic overdrive transmission built in North America for even better highway fuel economy. So spread your wings in a new dimension of space. Thunderbird, a better idea for the 80s.
The essence of the new Thunderbird is performance. You ask, it answers. Acceleration, handling, braking. You demand, Thunderbird responds as if it were a part of you. Your sixth sense on the road. Thunderbird for 83. Before we made it beautiful, we made it right. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Motor Trend's Car of the Year award. The automotive industry has always taken it seriously, and 3 of the last 4 years, Ford has taken it home. This is Ford's latest award winner, the new Thunderbird SC. It's not only Motor Trend's 1989 Car of the Year, it's further evidence Ford is winning the world over.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
One car manufacturer has more NASCAR victories than anyone. Winning over 350 NASCAR races. Over 4 decades of racing. That car manufacturer is Ford. And that kind of winning performance goes beyond the winner's circle.
Jim, it's bad. She gets the house in Rosedale, the cottage in Muskoka, platinum seasons tickets, the country club membership, your boat, and you, you get the car. Jim, are you okay?
The 2002 Ford Thunderbird. Built for life in Toronto.
Wow, guys, there were some great commercials in there, some very funny ones, some uplifting ones to get you in that happy, dancing mood, and just some really calming ones, honestly, with some really catchy 80s music in it. But really, the best commercial in there, in my opinion, from the 60s and 70s, you know, when they, I feel like, put the most effort and production into them, where they had people in the commercials talking and were more funny. And you could really tell, I think one of the reasons to blame the Ford Thunderbird's poor sales from like the late 80s to 90s is really just because their advertisements were getting so lazy with just footage of the car and a voiceover and not actually people even shown in it. And there were some occasional better ones in the 80s and 90s, but really the best ones were from the 60s and 70s, in my opinion. And my personal favorite Ford Thunderbird commercial out of all these was the one from 1970 with the Pan Am Boeing 747 and the 1974 Thunderbird. And that one was just really cool because how they had the Ford Thunderbird in the airplane and how she said to fasten his seatbelt. And it was just, you know, if you've never seen that before, it might have been confusing. Like, why does it look like it's using a car and it sounds like it's an airplane until you see that the car's in the, you know, Boeing 747. So that's really cool. And it was just, you know, kind of, when I watched it though, I was like, what the heck is Pan Am? I've never heard of this airline. And then I'm like, wait, are they out of business or something? Sure enough, I looked them up and they went out of business in 1991. I'm sure all you guys know that. If you ever flew on a Pan Am flight, let me know in the comments down below if you ever flew on a Pan Am flight. And yeah, it was just a really cool commercial. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the commercials. And I'll see you in the very next video, guys. Peace out. Guys, quick moment of silence for Pan Am, and especially big moment of silence for the Boeing 747. Are both no longer, well, one's no longer even flying and one's no longer being made, but they are still flying 747s. But just September of this year, they quit producing the Boeing 747. So quick moment of silence. All right, guys, that was ridiculous. I just had to do that, you know. Boeing 747, what a beautiful aircraft that is unfortunately never being made again. All right, guys, you know, peace out. All right, guys, this was the first full video of this year. I did a couple shorts this year, but this was the first full video of this year. So not a bad way, I think, to start the year with a full video. Am I right, guys? All right.